Man, it depends what you think. E-King Fight News here. Anthony Joshua is saying that Darrell Miller is more serious. It's a more serious fight. AJ, Darrell Miller got a fight coming up April 28th. You sweating Darrell Miller? E-King Fight News. More on the story, guys. Alright, this is what Anthony Joshua had to say on a potential Darrell Miller fight. Darrell Miller's a bit more serious right now because he doesn't have as much to lose. Darrell Miller would jump at the opportunity to face me, unlike some other people. You know what? Anthony Joshua has to understand that he's not the only heavyweight champion out there. There's a lineal champion in Tyson Fury, and there's the WBC heavyweight champion, Deontay Wilder. Right? And there's only one opponent in the heavyweight division that can capture a US pay-per-view market in a fight with Anthony Joshua. That's Deontay Wilder. So what Joshua's trying to say is Miller is someone that's going to take short money to fight Joshua. That's why he says Miller's more serious. Get this dude the fuck out of here, man. I've been telling you guys, this dude Anthony Joshua cares more about his purses than he does cares more about that he's making, say, 80% and his opponent's making fucking 20%. That's what he cares about. He doesn't care about winning. He doesn't care about being... If he cared about being undisputed, he would do whatever it took to make this fight happen if he cared about being undisputed. I'm telling you right now. Two guys, two heavyweights, when they want to fight each other, they will fight each other. They will do it. Like, it's just... It's like David Haye and Derek Chisora. They wanted to fight, it got scheduled. And then you look what happened with David Haye and Tyson Fury. David Haye didn't want the fight. Point blank period. He backed out twice. He didn't want the fight. He stalled out Tyson Fury's career for about a year. And I think Fury learned his lesson. He learned some kind of lesson after that. Don't fuck with David Haye. But more on this story, guys. E-King Fight News. Okay, so regarding the WBA, Alexander Povetkin, you know, the WBA actually put out a press release that stated Joshua needs to fight Povetkin. That's the fight that they're mandating. So, I mean, Joshua's in a bit of a pickle. He's got Deontay Wilder breathing down his neck. He's got Alexander Povetkin as the mandatory. And this is what Joshua had to say. I haven't heard from the president of the WBA, but that's a conversation to be had. If there was a situation where Wilder accepted the challenge and it was something he was looking to do this year, it would be a conversation with the WBA to see how we could hopefully postpone the Povetkin fight until 2019. I didn't work this hard to give things up. Wilder has 40 fights. The fans and the broadcasters are fed up, so he has to make a move. That fight will happen sometime. Man, Anthony Joshua, man. Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua. You know, Povetkin's the real deal. And when I say real deal, I mean he looked very solid against David Price. I can't take that away from him. You know, he has a riddled history of steroid usage that you know, is backed up by positive test after positive test after positive test, guys. I mean, Povetkin, hopefully he's clean, you know, because right now he's making noise. He's put himself in mandatory position. And Anthony Joshua needs to realize that he needs to file an exemption right now. He needs to do that as soon as possible if he's gonna want to make this Wilder fight. He says he hasn't heard from the WBA. Joshua, look at their website. They just released a press release saying, you know what, this fight, it needs to be negotiated, it needs to be agreed upon, or else we're going to purse bids. Point blank. So Joshua Povetkin needs to be figured out before anything else, if they can make that a 2019 fight, if they're serious about fighting a Deontay Wilder. If they're serious about fighting Wilder, then they will go ahead and file some type of exemption, because they're heading into a heavyweight unification fight. Very simple, guys. This is very simple. So we're going to see what's in store if Joshua makes the necessary steps in order to make the biggest fight in boxing. I mean, if Joshua Wilder does not go down in 2018, boxing fans will be robbed of a Super Bowl type event. I mean, last year we had Canelo Triple G and we had Mayweather McGregor. Right? Unfortunately, you know, we got a little bit of both, right? We got a draw.
Lakeshore Boulevard West.
All right. A draw in Triple G Canelo, and we got a situation where, you know, it was a boxing match. Mayweather McGregor was entertaining, and it drew huge money. So
right at the fork.
So you can't really go wrong there. All right. But yeah, E-King Fight News. For more news, more updates, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Oh, and by the way, Anthony Joshua, in the meantime, he pulled off some type of world record. It was the largest boxing exercise event or something like that. You know, his sponsors basically set this shit up, and yeah, they gave Joshua the credit for it. They gave Joshua the credit for it. Yeah, he set a world record in the meantime. Fitwater. This dude got so many goddamn sponsors. This dude's getting cake, man. Why is he so worried about, you know, these offers and fucking percentage splits? Man, I swear Anthony Joshua wants to be a promoter more than a fucking fighter. I'm telling you that right now. He wants to promote fights more than actually fighting the fights. That's my take on Joshua. Honestly, if he gets in there with Wilder, he's going to fucking sleep. He's going to sleep. I mean, look what Parker did to him. He didn't land a clean right hand damn near the whole fight. Damn near the whole fight, he couldn't land a clean right hand on Joe. You think Wilder's not going to pick up on what Parker did? The foot movement. You know, just tucking in the chin, rolling with the punches. Wilder knows all this shit, man. You think he's an idiot? You guys really think he's that dumb? It's plain as day. Parker outboxed the shit out of Anthony Joshua. Now he didn't do enough to win. It's like, you know, I hate to bring up this example, but Pernell Whitaker outboxed the shit out of Oscar De La Hoya. It didn't mean he did enough to win, because, you know, judges tend to be swayed by popular fighters that throw flashy punches. The punches don't need to land. They land on the shoulders. The crowd will go wild, and the judges score these blows. It's been documented in boxing history over and over again. Yeah, that's why Pernell Whitaker De La Hoya is such a close, controversial fight. But Pernell Whitaker barely got touched in that fight. You know, you can look at Joseph Parker. The same thing happened. Parker did not sustain any type of facial damage. His face was clean cut, man. Like that's a dope way to make $7 million, but at the end of the day, he didn't come away with a victory, right? The judges had it quite wide margins for Anthony Joshua. So, E-King Fight News, let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Joshua says Miller is more serious. Man, E-King Fight News, man.